Wait, if that was our plan, why all this crap with the explosives?
It was to cut the power. But the power's still on.
Yeah, check it out. There's lights and oxygen and... Wait, why is there oxygen?
Look, which one of us has the biggest boobs here?
Boy,
I believe it's me. Let me rephrase that. Which of us has the most impressive set of boobs?
The team agrees to vote, and Tatalia wins by a narrow margin, so they move on to the Mother Brain Core Center. All except Donna Troy, who's held up by Leatherlass still being there.
You fight well, my brother from another land lover. It's a shame that you're working for the Iron Space Piranhas. In another time and place, perhaps we could have been buddies. Maybe even shared some sort of secret handshake.
You're selling it to the wrong rider, sister. Wait, we're working for who now?
Meanwhile, earlier, Rainbow Joe is in the only scene in the movie I'm gonna skip. Go figure. And back to later, Force is attacked by a giant strand of DNA. Tatalia blows off a bit, causing the whole thing to collapse.
If I'm not mistaken, that was the satellite's final self-defense system.
A giant robotic strand of DNA?
Yes, the satellite thinks that all humans are hemophiliacs, but also doesn't quite understand how that works.
They move on to the Mother Brain Core Center proper, which happens to be the room in Empire where Luke lost his hand. And then a cheap knockoff of the Exorcist theme starts playing. Do you guys hear that foreboding music too?
That's insane, Forsey. There's no music in space. Now help me recite my prayers to the rocket gods for our success.
There's a few buttons here and... Yes, totally reprogrammed. Well, now that that's done, I have something to show you all.
Guys, I just found out that...
I am actually Aeroskider, the Iron Space Piranha.
Yeah, that. Oh.
And I am Land Earther. The fanciful roller skate guy from before rolls out from behind somewhere, cause let's say he's stowed away, because that's the movie's excuse. They both change forms to demonstrate their space broscosity, and then their suits open and close and shoot steam and crap, cause the post guys wanted to show off. But they eventually settle down into a costume.
Now that the living satellite is ours, we're no longer sealed within our human forms.
I believe that doesn't make any kind of...
What's that? Yes, we are actually siblings, and we're all kinds of inappropriately into each other.
I love you, brother.
I know.
Can we still be buddies then?
No!
I don't think so.
The two space burnouts call up some space ninja grunts to give them time to tongue. And so Forrest and Troy suit up for battle while their friends scramble to the ship to abandon them. But before that, Troy gives he gives a speech to Leatherlass.
Hey,
What's happening?
I could tell from our one brief conversation that you're just like I used to be.
Beg pardon?
You want to fight these guys on your own in order to get acknowledged as a character. I know how it feels.
Where exactly are you getting this from?
You feel as though you're alone, as if you were the Earth in the depths of space.
That is the worst line I've ever heard.
But you're not alone, my friend. Oh, and also, you can stop fretting over that guy you sent into a coma. He's really racist, it turns out.
What are you even talking about?
Oh, so you're not like me. Never mind then.
What the hell is that?
Oh, you mean this? It's my power suit. It's pretty cool, right?
You had that this entire time?
What's wrong?
Meanwhile, at the start of that scene, Team Guards start blasting a path to their ship. The ship's name being the SS Captain S, cause he had first dibs. Oh, they've been blasting things with guns, by the way. They have spacey future guns, cause it seemed like kids should have those. Alas, the Roombas are based on Met Tools from Mega Man, you know, the little bastards who hide under their helmets. Not gonna make a circumcision joke, So for lack of several hours to wade through them, J.K. Rowling and Queen Bitch pull out the spare exosuits from Aliens, cause the SS Captain S had a couple more lying around.
Oh, come on. Where did those come from?
It's okay, Captain S. We got a couple spare exosuits from the government.
Damn it, I just wanted one moment to shine. What is this anyway? Part of that Japanese Obamacare thing?
Yes, this is that. I didn't just pay boring douchebag to build these out of penis envy. That's ridiculous. It was the government.
Yeah, the government. Wait, didn't we just find out that we weren't working for the government?
Sleep.
Yeah, you're...
What was that about?
I don't know, man. Just bitches, I guess. And so, Armored Trooper Team Fjordsengard stop the hell out of some uncircumcised Roombas, then make their escape, dragging the, for the purposes of my podcast, unconscious Queen Bitch with them. Oh, and they also bring Leatherlass, cause they find her posing sexy for the camera. No real reason for it, just how she was raised. It was a horrible, abusive childhood. The upside is they don't share this childhood, and so you can imagine her being trained to pose sexy for the camera for any number of reasons. Say, for example, the story I prefer to delude myself with, her being possessed by an exhibitionist ghost. Well, anyway, they make it to the ship and escape. But wait! The laser shooting satellite has lasers still! So the ship is clipped by one, but luckily, between cuts, the ship is able to make a pit stop at boring douchebag's moon base. Because, you know, space isn't that big. You walk out of any old satellite and you're bound to run into one or two moon bases. And so, once inside the moonbase, Team Fjordsengard catches Rainbow Joe masturbating, but they pay him no heed, as he's basically the Donna Troy of this movie. Oh, speaking of, by now Troy and Fjordsengard have been smacked down and tossed to their deaths. Dag. Oh, to remind you, it's a long drop, as they're still in the room where Luke got his hand cut off. So on their way down, they pass the time playing Go Fish, and Donna Troy keeps thinking it's his turn for some reason. And as this goes on, the Iron Space Bronauts continue to be villains. That stupid human, thinking machines could have emotions. I hate that! Would it calm you down any if we killed some people? Yeah, I guess, maybe. Inputting transformation sequence Macross 7. And with that, the satellite turns into a giant robot, I assume for reasons. And with no sense of irony whatsoever, this robot blows up a Japanese arbor. Its head, of course, sparkling as this happens. And after this, Land Earther and Aeroskyder broadcast a holographic explanation to one single street of Japan. Sup, Akihabara? You're pretty much in charge here, right? Yeah, of course you are. You might have seen that thing with the death and all that. That was us. We can do that kind of thing, but like all over. So surrender the Earth in 30 minutes or we'll blow up Japan. Sooner. Right. Our long-term goal is kinda to eradicate all life on Earth, so a heads up on that. Right, we just wanted to conquer it first because we love playing Civ. Happening to overhear this from the roof of Spacey Space High, which is several miles away, the Force villains are concerned. And not just because it interrupted their smoke break. Those cheeky bastards!
You know, I know our plan to destroy Japan was way better.
Do you think we should evacuate, boss? Evacuate what, the country? In half an hour? How stupid are you?
Gentlemen, even if Orko wasn't stupid, this school is ours. If we're not blowing it up, then we go down with it. And that has nothing to do with me being too lazy to move elsewhere. Oh, but I do get lonely, so make sure none of the students leave or try to contact their loved ones. I also got this weird feeling that'll come up later.
Meanwhile, later, but not that later, turns out all hope for the world is fine. Fjordsengard and Troy are rescued by the DNA strand thingies of the satellite. They are then taken to a white room where the satellite speaks to them through some hovering HAL 1000 eye. Greetings, inferior mortal. And also, inferior mortal? Hey, you're one of those computer things I've been hearing so much about. We've got to be buddies. Let me show you my handshake thing. I am unable to acquiesce. As you can see, I am simply a Ow. 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 Fjordsengard punches Hal in the eye, then knocks him up and down as to complete his buddy handshake. Alright, computer's down. Now I just need to be buddies with a satellite weapon, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and the sun.
Force, I think this is the satellite weapon.
Oh, fish legs. Young, naive fish legs. You leave the buddy checklist to me, okay? According to my sentience, this is not amusing. But I must regretfully inform you now that the satellite, Roman numeral 17, has initiated its self-destruct sequence. Oh crap, really? Is he like your buddy? Is he drinking or something?
Force, this is the satellite. It's telling us that it's about to explode.
What? No! Think for a second, how would it fit in that tiny little ball?
Your friend is correct, inferior mortal. I am simply communicating through...
There was a lollipop ring, Genie. Oh, why didn't you say so?
Regardless, I give you this warning that you might have time to escape.
But you can't blow up, Mr. Eye Guy. We're buddies and stuff now.
If I do not self-destruct, the Iron Space Burnouts will use my Death Beam Destroyer cannon of endless suffering to eradicate life on Earth, even though it was built for peace.